Fisherman's Bay is obviously one of the most campy maps in the game, and if you guys are looking to break the camp on it and have your team farm the enemies just like this, then keep watching, because this one position I'm going to show you is going to help you dominate this camper-infested map. So, despite Wargaming's recent changes to this tragic map, Fisherman's Bay, the map still very much, for the most part, just still sucks, if I'm being honest. And it's one of the campiest maps other than Airfield. And while you can attempt to push the 1 and 2 line, unless you're in something like an IS-7, you're going to get eaten up as fast as a box of cookies at a Weight Watchers meeting. And it won't go well. So, especially when you're in lights and medium tanks, you need to play smart. And I'm showing you this replay in the Char, because despite this thing having terrible camo for its class and subpar view range, the position I'm going to show you actually works. So in this replay, I have CBS. It works wonderfully. If you have a high view range medium tank, it could also work as well. So this position will open up the middle, as well as spot some of the 1 and 2 line campers or your team's campers to shoot at. Now, as you guys are going to see here, the enemy medium tanks are learning some of the same lessons that I learned years ago, exactly when this position started blowing up. And that is that you'll poke, you'll get spotted, and you'll stay perma-spotted, and you'll wonder why you're getting blind fired. But it's not because you're getting blind fired, it's because there's a little shitter light tank in this bush right here that is spotting you. So after many times of finally getting shot for the kill shot by an ELC 90, I realized, yeah, it's this position. And I started abusing it just as well. The one thing about this thing, though, that I will say you have to watch out for is tanks YOLOing you. There are some players who know about this position, and my thought was, I better keep an eye, because if the Cobra comes after me, I am 100% dead. And that is something you have to be wary about while playing this position. And try not to fire too much. If you are, back up behind the bush. Honestly, I really wouldn't suggest firing from this bush in particular, just because you are so forward. There are people at the 1 and 2 line that will shoot you. So it's usually just not the case that it's worth it. Unless you are absolutely going to be in cover in the next like 2 seconds, I wouldn't dare do it. I mean, ironically, I say that now, post game, but you're actually gonna see me do just exactly that in the next like couple seconds against this STB here. Now, the thought going into this was, well, I'm behind the house here, and I'm gonna be able to get maybe a possible fire shooting at this STB, but unfortunately, I end up missing like half of my shots here. And one of the big moments about this is that I retreat the wrong way. Not only do I take the shots that get me spotted, but I do not go in a line where my butt is protected with the house. So I may have been safe from that angle while I was shooting, but as I actually veered across towards where my Kunze-Panzer is, I exposed myself to the Jagdpanzer. So just make sure that when you are retreating, you do it the correct way, and you're not like me. But regardless, I returned to the bush because I know it's a good spot to be. I want to be spotting as much as possible. Now you're actually going to see me take shots at the Grille 15 here, and that's because the AMX 1390 is on the other side of the building, so I know he's not going to spot me. But I still don't want to take the chance, so I end up retreating. And I kind of do a misplay here once again. I come up here, and I was like, if he hasn't spotted me already, he won't do it. And sure enough, he does. But not only do I do that, I get hit by the STB-1. And once again, we see case in point that if you're not putting the buildings in between you and the enemies as you retreat, you're just going to take unnecessary damage. So don't do this to yourself. Do not do as I do. And for this one instance, do as I say, because you're going to learn from my mistakes here. And we're learning as we go. But that is part of just kind of improving as a player as it is. So you'll see me try to go down here, see what I can do to support my team in the south, which is trying to handle the push from the Waffentrigger, the STB, and the IS-7. And it's a good thing we got the 1390 out of the way, because that was going to be a problem later here. I'm looking to see if I can feather a shot into the STB, but actually in a couple seconds here, we see a wild Waffentrigger pop up. So this was just a treat, really. And since we're going for the damage mission here, it was a very welcome surprise. Now you are actually going to see me hold on to this clip the second half of it, and it ends up actually benefiting me because I'm able to get the 400 damage into the Super Conqueror. Most of the time I probably would have reloaded, and in hindsight I probably would have done that too since there's so much HP left in the map, but it does end up working out, and so you'll just see me just try to see what I can do for spotting in the next little bit. And really my team's wrapping around, so this is the opportunity to do it. I probably could have snuck up to the bush a little bit earlier, now that the Super Conqueror is done. So you see that I'm wanting to go in for the T95, but he just got obliterated, so it doesn't really matter anyways. At this point I'm going to move up for a couple of different targets, hope to god that I don't get spotted. Run into the building because I'm an idiot, but anyways, we're going for some spotting. The TL7 gets spotted. Nobody wants to shoot him because the grill has more HP. I'm in the same boat, but I settle for the TL7, and luckily I get the damage there. Now with half of my clip left, I end up spotting the Jagdtiger, and luckily for me, he actually faces his side, and I end up getting the mission because of it. And you're also going to see me rack up all of this spotting damage from the Jagdtiger, and here's my live reaction. Nice. Wow. That was fun. Ooh, okay. That was 9k combined. Like short of 9k combined. Okay. So looking into the post-game stats, we did get the mastery. We had 1341 experience for that. We were 4th by damage with 2869. I feel like we worked for this one. We worked for the mission. I was very happy to complete both the mastery and also the mission on this one. I feel like the position really helped. If you guys found the position helpful, please do check out my other video in the G-Sword 10 time where I actually show a position where despite my light take dying, I did end up carrying the game. If you guys like positions like that, if you found this video helpful, consider liking the video and also subscribing to my channel because it helps me push out this content to other people looking to learn and grow in the World of Tanks community. And with that said, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.